leaves turning orange and the weather getting colder, the Fall Fest gathered students here at Kent to enjoy the season. We have the event coverage coming up.
President Donald Trump and Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky met at the White House. Learn all about what they discussed.
And on tonight's Hollywood Minute, a cast of one of the biggest hits is being recognized. All of this and more as KSTV at 6 starts right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good evening, Portage County, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Millie Hernandez.
And I'm Sophia Lena. We start tonight with news here at Kent. Students filled the Centennial Green yesterday to take a break and celebrate a fan-favorite season. Hosted by the Flash Activities Board, the Fall Fest is an annual Kent State tradition that fills the campus with that cozy fall feeling. I went there yesterday and talked to FAB members to learn more about the event and its purpose.
As the leaves starts to fall down and everything becomes pumpkin flavor, the fan favorite season starts. And to celebrate, the Flash Activities Board hosted the annual Fall Fest.
It's just that perfect time of year, and why not celebrate that?
Students gather on the Centennial Green this Thursday afternoon, October 16th, to enjoy live music, fall theme activities, and giveaways, including the festival famous mug that had participants lining up long before the event began.
It's that opportunity for students to come out and enjoy fall. Sometimes it's hard to get out, especially during fall semester, and then you just don't think oh, I deserve to go out and have fun.
In the event, students could embrace the cozy atmosphere of the season, enjoying apple cider by the fire, crafting small pumpkins out of pipe cleaners, and taking horse carriage rides across campus.
So I really hope that there are a couple students that take their hot apple cider and sit by the fire pit, listen to the calypso music, and just look around and just feel the warmth and the joy and the love that Kent State has for every single one of its students.
To add to the fall atmosphere, the Haymaker Farmers Market joined the celebration. From handmade goods to seasonal treats, the market added a local touch to the event, showing the connection between Kent campus and the wider community.
So I think it's really important to be able to include everyone in the Kent community. How can we bring the city of Kent to you and vice versa?
With over 900 participants, the event gave students a break from their busy schedules, giving them a chance to relax, socialize, and celebrate the community.
I hope they just feel joy. I hope that they get to stop and just take a moment and look around, because Fall Fest is going to be one of those events that it's going to be a memory of your Kent State time.
For KSTV, I'm Sophia Lena.
This weekend is the Rainbow Weekend, a series of events, entertainment, and a maker's market planned by the Rainbow Weekend Committee. The committee is having the Rainbow Weekend take place during October instead of the traditional Pride Month, June, in order to have the Kent State University community here with them as they celebrate as one community.
Undergraduate Student Government and Kent State of Wellbeing are hosting the Mindful Mile next week. The event is a 1-mile walk around the Kent campus open to students, faculty, and staff, with stops at peer-led tables to engage in activities relating to nature, mental health, physical activity, and mindful eating, ending with a free yoga class at the rec center. The event starts at 4:30 this upcoming Tuesday at the K on Risma Plaza.
Melody Tankersley, the Executive Vice President and Provost, announced in an email this afternoon that the Dean of the College of the Arts, Dr. Diane Petrella, has been chosen as Senior Vice President and Provost at Marshall University. She will take her new position come July 1st, 2026. Until then, Dr. Petrella will continue at Kent State throughout the spring 2026 semester.
October is Sustainability Month in Kent, one of late Mayor's Jerry Fiala's final acts before his passing. The proclamation reaffirms the city's dedication to protecting the environment and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Residents are encouraged to take part by reusing, recycling, and supporting local initiatives with events such as Lights Out at Plum Creek Park on October 19th and Clean Up Kent Fall Edition on October 25.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV. Welcome to today's weather update. Let's get right into the weather. As we see here around Toledo, Cincinnati, and Athens, we're looking at 46 degrees in Toledo, Cincinnati at 52, and Athens at 43. If we look in the middle at Columbus, it's going to be about 57 degrees, and up in the Akron-Canton area, it's going to be about 52. And in the Pittsburgh area, my Steeler fans out there, it's going to be the lowest around 48. So let's zoom in a little bit here, and let's see around and into, there we go, into the Kent area. It's going to be around 52 degrees over there, and Youngstown about 51, Akron around 53, Ashtabula around 53, Cleveland, Sandusky, and Mansfield and Worcester are going to be around that upper 50s area. So let's look at today's weather, which is going to be, and that's this is the extended forecast, but Friday is gonna be about 65 degrees, and it's gonna go to 78, and it's gonna go all the way down to 54 when we reach Thursday. All right, that's it for today's weather. Stay tuned to find out what the rest of your week is going to look like. For KSTV, I'm Nick Sheffo.
The Right to Know Act is a bill proposed by Ohio State Representatives Josh Williams and Melanie Miller. If passed, the act would require hospitals to offer unmarried couples DNA testing immediately after the birth of their child. The testing would be offered, not mandated, and would be offered to both parents, either which can decline the testing.
Ohio Republicans are making a major push to bring cryptocurrency into the mainstream, even allowing residents to pay taxes with Bitcoin. Several bills are moving through the State House to create a Bitcoin reserve fund and expand digital payment options. Treasurer Robert Sprague says Ohio wants to lead, not follow, while some lawmakers warn about fraud and volatility.
Ohio Congressman David Taylor blames an unidentified group or individual for planting an American flag with a Nazi symbol disguised in the stripes that was found in his Capitol Hill office Wednesday. According to Congressman Taylor, numerous Republican offices were targeted by this group or individual. Capitol Police were called after the flag with the symbol was seen pinned on a wall in the background of a meeting. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky met at the White House. Learn all about what they discussed.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Solo stage where the player spends most of it being hunted down by Infinite. The weapon that performed the best here was the Drill Wispen. Its ability to...
He finally is like, I get it now. I get it. I have worth because I'm me. Yeah, and I really liked it a lot. Like, I'm not...
What are you staring at? How do you know it's me? No.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agree, the scammers are out of control.
And we need to show them how to use a password manager. Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work and it's great. Great cake. I'll use MFA to verify my purchase. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to CISA.gov/secure our world.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Well, welcome back. President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky are now at the White House Friday for a high-stakes meeting.
This is the second time Zelensky has been invited to the White House this year. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez reports on the details at the meeting.
President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky meeting at the White House Friday to discuss strategies to end the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia.
President Zelensky of Ukraine has endured a lot. I mean, he really has. He's endured a lot, and we've endured it with him. To be honest, it's been a long time, and I think we're making great progress.
Zelensky making his plea to the U.S. for more long-range weapons, specifically Tomahawk missiles, which can travel more than 1,000 miles to help Ukraine target deep inside Russia.
President Trump is really showed for the world that he can manage ceasefire in the Middle East, and that's why I hope that he will do this, and we will also have such big success. For Ukraine, it's a big chance.
It's been more than 3 years since Russia launched a full-scale invasion into Ukraine. This map shows in red the areas where Russian troops are present. Ending the war has been a top goal of Trump's since returning to the Oval Office. In August, he met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska. But some Ukrainian leaders think the U.S. should be doing more.
And there has not been any pressure put on Russia. And there has been promises and the deadlines that were pushed again and again, which right now looks like an appeasement to Putin.
Friday's meeting comes a day after Trump held a phone call with Putin, where the two leaders agreed to meet face-to-face at a later date in Hungary. I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Now with the news out in the nation's capital, former National Security Advisor John Bolton appeared on court today after last night's indictment.
Our correspondent Stephen String has the details on the court appearance and more political news. Hi, Stephen.
Politics affect everyone from New York to Ohio to California. Let's talk about how it's affecting everyone today. President Trump's former National Security Advisor John Bolton pled not guilty to 18 counts of charges today. This stems after Bolton allegedly mishandled classified information. The official charge is, quote, unlawfully mishandling classified information, end quote. Bolton was President Trump's National Security Advisor from 2018 to 2019. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson held a press conference today blaming the Democratic Party for the government shutdown, which has gone for over 2 weeks now. In part, Johnson said, quote, if you're keeping count at home, we're on day 17 of the shutdown. The Democrats have voted for the 11th time to keep the government shut down, end quote. This is the 17th day of the shutdown with no end in sight. The federal deficit has gone down according to the Treasury Department. The deficit is now $1.78 trillion, down $48 billion from the previous fiscal year. This stems from President Trump's tariffs, which brought in about $195 billion, up from $70 billion that the tariffs brought in last year. That's all the time I have for you tonight. For KSTV, I'm Stephen String. Back to you guys at the desk.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
The Orionid's meteor shower is set to light up the night sky this week. The event, caused by debris from Halley's Comet, peaks Tuesday morning under a new moon, providing ideal viewing conditions.
Experts say stargazers could see up to 20 meteors per hour, weather permitting it. The Orionids will remain visible through November 7th. To get the best view, find a dark spot away from city lights and keep your eyes on the sky from some celestial fireworks.
Hey Nick, I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to this meteor shower.
Yeah, that definitely seems interesting. I will definitely be looking forward to it. In the meantime, let's take a look on how the rest of our week's weather is going to look like. Today we're looking at 50 to 58 degrees with clear skies. The wind is going to be about 7 miles per hour with the humidity at 39%. This is a perfect fall day if you ask me. So let's move on and let's see what tomorrow is looking like. Tomorrow's going to be around partly cloudy. It's a morning frost advisory, and the sunset's going to be about 6:40 p.m. It's going to be about 65 degrees and partly cloudy. Wind is looking about 4 miles per hour, so not that windy, but maybe put on a little jacket, you know. Humidity is going to be about 57 degrees, 57%, sorry. And if you don't want your hair getting all frizzy, maybe put on a hat. So let's check out our hourly forecast. It's going to go around 46 degrees at 8 p.m., but it's going to slightly go down when we hit 12 a.m. at 40 degrees. Very low rain percent chances, so leave the umbrellas in the car. No need for that. And yeah, that was about it and that is the rest of your week's weather forecast. Keep up with the Kent Stater for more TV updates. For KSTV, I'm Nick Sheffo.
Thank you, Nick. We now have some movie news now, including an honor for one of the year's biggest hits.
And new and returning movies are being released on movie theaters here. Here's Douglas Hyde with today's new Hollywood Minute.
Love you, brother. Be careful. I will.
Sinners was a huge hit with audiences and critics alike, and now it's set to get some love in the upcoming awards season. The Gotham Awards will honor the cast with an ensemble tribute at the ceremony in December. The event's organizers cited Michael B. Jordan's magnificent dual roles in the film and said the entire cast created one of the great cinematic experiences of the year.
She's entering the pumpkin contest, wanted a few tips.
This ain't some grow-your-own-salad school project. This is all-out vegetable warfare.
Looking for a non-scary, family-friendly Halloween film this month? Grow might fit the bill. The comedy is kicking off its week-long run in theaters and centers on a wild and wacky pumpkin growing competition. It's been described as a Halloween movie with a Christmas vibe.
It's about the power of the glow.
It's time to bask again in the glow of The Last Dragon. The 80s Kung Fu classic is celebrating its 40th anniversary with a return to the big screen. It's back in theaters next week for a limited run, with the same mix of music and martial arts that's made it a cult favorite over the decades. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
If you ever heard of the 90s teen drama Dawson's Creek, then you might be pleased to learn that the North Carolina house used in the show is on sale for the first time since it was built nearly 150 years ago. However, while the listing says it is livable, it won't come cheap, as the house needs renovation work done due to its age, and is listed at $3.2 million.
Taylor Swift outfit choice are making waves. A vintage Monterey Bay aquarium odor t-shirt she wore on her film The Official Release Party of a Showgirl has turned into a fundraising sensation. Swifties went wild and the aquarium started repeating the iconic tee, sold at $65 to support the Aquarium Seas Odor program. So far, sales have raised more than $1 million.
When we come back, we'll take a look at the thriller in Cincinnati last night between the Steelers and Bengals.
In the time it takes to play a new album, you can get answers to deep questions like, were all those clubs in your 20s really such a bad thing? Hey, no judgment, but it's possible concerts weren't music to your ears.
1 in 4 people over 20 now have signs of noise-induced hearing loss. So let's see a hearing professional and get those ears checked.
Answers are good. Your moves? Not bad.
Is it okay over there? Is that good?
Jackie boy, look, we have been through a lot together.
Hurry up before this rain, this rain goes away. Well,
It's just, I...
Hey there, welcome to Kent Core.
Kent Core?
Kent Core to Kent Core.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. This is my time. Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Find your place in space. This is my time. Space for All.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Joe Flacco made the Cleveland Browns regret trading him, torching the Pittsburgh Steelers in prime time. The 40-year-old quarterback threw for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns, leading the Cincinnati Bengals to a 33-31 comeback win.
Evan McPherson sealed it with a 36-yard field goal in the final seconds, snapping a 4-game losing streak. Bengals fans shouted, "Thank you, Cleveland," as Flacco celebrated the win. His 23rd career fourth quarter comeback. Joe Flacco looked great last night in the Bengals comeback win.
That's right. He came out and played out of his mind last night, proving the people who didn't understand why the Bengals traded for him and why they went for him. Let's look at what Flacco did well last night. We head to Paycor Stadium for this week's Thursday night football matchup between the Steelers and Bengals. We pick up early in the first with the Steelers 3rd and 6 on the Bengals 10-yard line. Aaron Rodgers rolls to his left, and then he's going to head back to his right and fires to find Jonnu Smith in the middle of the end zone for the pass and catch for 6. Steelers lead 7-0. Now at the end of the first half, after the Steelers tack on a field goal, Joe Flacco and the Bengals on the 8, 2nd and goal. Flacco throws up a fade for Jamar Chase, who hauls it in, 10-7 Steelers. Now Flacco fires over the middle for T. Higgins, who will go untouched for the 29-yard touchdown, and the Bengals lead 14-10. After the Bengals add a couple of field goals, Rodgers and the Steelers on 3rd and 18 connects to Pat Freiermuth for a 19-yard touchdown, cutting the Bengals lead to 3. Nearing the 2-minute warning, after back and forth scoring, the Steelers trail 30-24, and Rodgers heaves one up to Freiermuth for a 68-yard receiving touchdown, his second of the game. With the extra point, the Steelers lead 31-30. Freiermuth with the 2-touchdown game. Rodgers celebrating right there. But the Bengals would drive down the field and get Evan McPherson in range and win this one in walk-off fashion by a final of 33-31. The Flash's football team, after an offensive onslaught last week against UMass at home, will take on Toledo tomorrow afternoon in another conference matchup. The Flashes and Rockets clash for the 50th time in their history, and both seem evenly matched. The Flashes come into this matchup 1-1 in conference play and 2-4 overall, as the Rockets enter in 1-2 in MAC games and 3-3 overall. The last time they matched up, Toledo won by a final of 52-31. The Flashes will look to get back in the win column against Toledo, as they have not since 2016. Kickoff will be at 2 o'clock tomorrow. The Flashes volleyball team headed to Miami of Ohio last night and lost in a 5-set thriller. The Flashes posted a season-high 69 kills in their match with Miami yesterday. They were led by senior Mackenzie McGuire, who totaled 17 kills, while junior Mercedes Brown and freshman Macy Moreland had 16 and 15 kills in the match. Sophomore libero Haley Brenner led both sides with 25 digs, a career high for her. The Flashes will look to get back on track this evening as they take on Miami of Ohio once again. Tonight we could see the first team to reach the World Series, as the Dodgers hold a commanding 3-0 lead over the Brewers and are looking for the sweep. The first pitch is scheduled for 8:38 on TBS. On the other side, we see the Mariners host the Blue Jays with the series tied 2-2, with first pitch being at 6:08 on FS1. That's all for tonight, folks. For Kent Stater TV, I'm Zach Svensson, signing off.
Today is National Pasta Day, the day one of our most popular foods takes center stage. Learn about its history after the break.
Songs, even if they're bad, hundreds and hundreds of them, just to find a good one. Yeah. And then
I've been in this long enough. I feel like I know what I'm doing.
Knowing that you're basically like there and being
with that, but it has a special place in my heart. I grew up watching it so much. Have you guys seen it?
So today is National Pasta Day, which is a prelude to National Pasta Month. The dish works as both a meal or side, and the Encyclopedia of Pasta counts more than 300 kinds of pasta, with just as many sauce varieties. Pastas can be found throughout history, with the earliest being found in China around 5,000 years ago. But our modern pasta comes from Sicily, Italy, within the 500s.
So, Emilio, I have to ask, what is your favorite pasta shape?
I think that'd be macaroni.
Well, I don't know my favorite pasta shape. I do know I don't like spaghetti, which is like a fan favorite. Yeah, well, that's all we have for tonight.
And be sure to tune in on Monday for Monday News.
Until then, make sure to check KentStater.com for more stories like this. Thank you so much for watching KSTV at 6. I'm Sofia Elena.
And I'm Emilio Hernandez. Have a good night, Portage County.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth.